Hi YouTube, it's Princess Diamond. Welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, today we'll be doing these beautiful boho locks, and I will be using the individual crochet illusion pattern. So these locks are crochet. So if you want some nice boho locks but save yourself a lot of time, this video is for you. I'll be giving you guys the details on the hair as well as all of the details on the braid pattern. So let's get into it. I'm starting out with a middle part, and I'm just parting it a couple inches back, and then I'm just going to part from ear to ear. Now this front section is where we'll be doing the illusion part of it, the individual illusion part of it. So we're just going to work on the front section first and put the rest in a little ponytail. So as you can see, I'm now just parting my rows. And I've already done that first row, so now I'm on the second row. And after I part the row, I'm going to create boxes within the row. So I'm going to start with that first box, and I'm just plaiting the hair at least, I would say, maybe 2 inches. And then I'm going to go over to the box behind it, so the second box, and I'm going to plait that. And then as I'm plaiting it, right when I start the plait, I am going to add that first braid into that plait. And then I'm just going to do the same thing, continue braiding it about 2 inches, and then go on to the next box, do the exact same thing, start the plait, and then immediately add that braid into that plait and continue braiding. So I'm going to do the same thing in this entire front section of her head. And what's going to help you with the individual illusion part of this is making sure your boxes that you're creating kind of matches up with the crochet hair that you are using. So if your crochet locks are on the thicker side, you can get away with some bigger boxes. But if they're really skinny, you want to do smaller boxes. I think that really helps with that individual illusion part. As you guys can see in the back part, I'm starting with doing the same thing. So I'm creating my boxes again in that first row with just singles, just plaits. And then for my second row, I am going to start creating my boxes again. And kind of the same thing, I am just going to then add in the braid beneath it into the plait that I'm doing. So the only difference with the back part is the rows are not straight up and down like how the front is. So the braids are just going to be connected kind of diagonally, which is fine. This back part is also just optional. This is for those who would want to wear their hair completely up in a ponytail. So you can have the individual illusion part shown in the back as well as the side. I'll show you guys the side also. But again, it's just optional. If you plan on just wearing your hair completely down, then you would not have to do the boxes in the back, which would save you even more time. So now I am just doing the same thing on the sides. And I'm just creating a part from the front section to the back to kind of connect that row or that line or the perimeter, I guess you would say. And I'm doing the same thing with creating my plait. I had one final braid in that last row there that I'm going to connect to this plait that I'm on currently. Otherwise, the rest of the sides, I just did single plaits and did not connect any other braids to them. So again, the only part that I connected was that final braid that did not get connected in the back. So that's one side. I did the same thing to the other side. And now I am just going to cornrow the braids going straight down to just connect everything together. My front 2 rows of boxes are being put together in one cornrow for that first braid that I'm doing. And then I'm adding in the singles that are done on the sides as well as the singles that are done on the back. So everything is just getting added into the braid in the row that I am in. So I did the left half of her head. Now I'm on the other side. I'm doing the right side. And so like I said, for that first braid, I did connect those 2 rows in the front together to make one braid. But then continuing, I did not connect the rows together, I just plaited it individually straight down, just one row at a time. And the reason being is because I felt her boxes were big enough to where I didn't want to connect two rows together because I felt the braid would be too big for the crochet style that we're using. However, if your boxes or your rows are a little smaller, or maybe the hair is a little thinner, you can connect it 2 rows at a time as you're plaiting it down. That'll also save you some time. Hopefully that made sense. But you see how here it's just 1 row at a time. And then once I get to the middle, I do like to crisscross it because I don't like there to just be a straight middle part going straight down for crochet. So the hair that I'll be using today is from YWigs. This is their Crochet Boho Locs. Curl pattern is body wave, and the length of this hair is 18 inches. Now I did use 4 packs total for this install, and each pack has 22 locks, and these locks are pre-looped and all set and ready for you to install. And these boho crochet locks do have the human hair throughout the locks as well as on the ends. So now I'm installing the locks. So for the back part, I am just installing each individual crochet into each box or each section. So that's going to be what I do for the back, the sides, and the front. And in the center where the braids are just going straight back, that's where you're just crocheting the locks in just freely and just trying to cover up the braids as much as possible. And for this section, as you can see, my crochet hook goes through half of the braid and does not go through the full bottom of the braid when I'm crocheting it in the middle section where the braids are going straight back. So if you need to rewind and see that again, just go ahead and do that. But then for the boxes or these sections here, my crochet hook does go through the whole braid. And this is the final result. My favorite thing about this hair is how it gives bundles. Okay? It definitely gives bundles. You can't tell at first that the human hair is so much until it's all put together, and then you're like, dang, it's a lot of human hair. It's not heavy. I'm not saying that to say it's heavy. I'm saying that to say how full the look is and how it gives bundles, because each individual lock doesn't look like it has that much human hair added to it, but when it's all put together, baby, it all comes together. So shout out to YWigs. Link to the hair will be down in the description. If you are interested, be sure to check them out and let me know what you guys think of this style. Drop some comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope my explanation of everything was clear, but if anything did not make sense, please feel free to ask. Talk to you guys in my next one. Be blessed, stay protected, and stay filled with love and peace.